Let's talk about how actors fake cry. Look alive, people. My question is, how do actors fake cry?
Actually, actors use a tear stick. That's how they fake cry.
I'm getting to that. It will be later on in the video. Anyways, before we get into how to fake cry, you'll need to learn a few facts so you can understand. Otherwise, you would be absolutely lost. Doo-doo-doo. Did you know you're producing tears all the time? It's because of these little sponges above your eye. They're called tear glands. They produce tears a lot, which is why your eye is always moist. It does this because tears kill bad bacteria. And when you get all sad and cry, that's when the tear gland produces a bunch more tears. And you ever wonder why you feel so much better after you have a good cry? That's because when you cry, it helps you ease pain, whether you got hurt or you feel bad about something. But don't hold in your tears. It's actually really bad for your mental health. And my acting tip of the day: stay hydrated. No matter what method you use, you won't get anything unless you drink water. Doo-doo-doo. I wouldn't be very surprised if you already heard of this method before. There's 2 types of different ways you can use it, so I'll tell you about both of them. Let me give you a good example of the first one. Let's say you're casted as an actor in a film. The director gives you the script, and you're playing in a sad hospital scene. But it says that you have to cry, but you don't know how to fake cry. But there's no time to think, because you're already on scene. You can't think of anything, so you do the only thing you can think of. You think of the character in the hospital bed as a loved one. Eventually, you start feeling the burn, start getting some tears, yada yada. Sure, it works, but then you realize it's bad for your mental health and it doesn't really work good. Now, the second one is pretty simple. All you have to do is think about the sad memory in the past. Or you could think of a scenario that might happen with a loved one. For example, you could think of your mom in a hospital bed in a coma and she might not wake up. That's pretty sad, right? I don't mind if you tried once or twice. What the heck is a trice? I don't mind if you tried once or twice, but please don't do it very often, as it is really bad for your mental health. You can just do this once in a while. Doo-doo-doo. You know when you're tired and you feel like you have to yawn and, the magic happens? Surprise, surprise. You get some tiny little tears in your eye when you yawn. And actors use this power to their advantage by making themselves yawn to produce fake tears. How do they do that? Breathing in gradually while retracting the tip of your tongue and opening your jaw repeatedly. No, that's repetitively. Repeatedly. Good enough.
Actually, it's pronounced repetitively.
Go away, nerd.
Yes, ma'am.
Doo-doo-doo. This one is probably the most by far simplest one. What you need to do is convince your body that you're going through something emotional right now. Remember that fact I told you about fake crying, how you need to stay hydrated, otherwise it's not going to work? That's one of the things you want to do for this method. Now, the main thing about this technique is that you're going to start breathing slowly and heavily. It gets way easier the more times you do it. And again, you have to try to convince your body that you're going through something. But this method is really hard, so don't feel sad when you can't do it. Because practice makes perfect. Doo-doo-doo. Now, the product method is the easiest one. You need to use a tear stick or teardrops. How do you use a tear stick? When you get it, it's gonna look like a lipstick, but it's actually a wax stick. You're gonna wanna put it under your eyelids, both of them. After 1 minute, you will start to get tears in your eyes. Isn't that pretty cool? If you want, you can put more layers for more effect. And it will be rushing like crazy. The teardrop one is pretty simple. It basically works like normal eye drops. After a few seconds, you start to feel it. And that concludes my question. How do actors fake cry? Well, they use methods. Thank you so much for watching. I didn't expect this video to be so long. Make sure to tell your friends so I can share my very big brain. Goodbye now. Make sure to have a very nice day. And, well, yeah, thanks so much for watching. Goodbye now.